Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando Tournament, Losers Bracket Finals. Uh, uh, should be an interesting matchup. We've got ourselves levelengine versus topplife. I am dealing with something internally, and we should be going here shortly. With me on comms is Jackamus, who I'm not sure I can hear talking. Are you there?
I am here indeed, Star.
Hey, there we are. Hello.
Alright, perfect. So yeah, this should be a pretty interesting race here. We're down to the final three. We've got levelengine versus topplife here today. Winner gets to advance to the final against RCS. Topplife defeated 40 Watt in a really quick race last time we were out here, so let's see what we've got today.
Yep. This is indeed a rematch from the winners semifinals, actually, of where Level beat Topplife, sending Topplife to the losers bracket, and then RCS sent Level to the losers bracket the next round. So this should be a good one, and they should be going shortly. As I realize I've managed to forget to reset the delay. Whoops, that's getting fixed now. I'm not sure why that was the case. There we go.
Well, it's all synced up now.
Yep. Alright, we'll be off here shortly. They start with 2 lives. Well, we'll see here. Yep, 2 lives, 7 heart containers, life, thunder, boots, and the any key. So not too bad. Life is really expensive. Thunder is 66, so it won't take too much more to be able to pay for it to use it, which is nice.
Yeah, usually you'd like to see more than 2 lives, but if you've got 7 heart containers, you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, the 7 hearts makes that 2 lives much
just
nicer.
Has a little digger in there. Nothing important yet.
No. And we've got a town here that's Rauru. In the northwest corner. I missed what town that is. Spell that is. And here's Palace 2 in the southwest. Kind of a bright orange color. Yeah, did you catch what spell was in Rauru? Because I missed it.
Well, we're about to find out there. I'm just kind of getting everything settled on my end here. Pretty last minute for me to hop in, but, you know,
much
more
appreciated.
That
was fairy. Yeah, much appreciated, Jackamus. Hey, Maze Island connector in the southeast.
Yeah, always handy. Go figure, little kids don't know anything.
Yeah. What town was that there for Topplife, because I missed it?
It was Jump Town, so we've already got that spell, which is life, so no particular need to go in there.
Yeah.
And looks like Top's going to have a peek around Maze Island and be blocked by a boulder. Well,
excellent. I think that was also to the west, because the west is the one that has hammer-blocked caves, but that's to a different part of the west. They just can't get anywhere without that hammer. Thanks, game.
Yep.
Excellent. Good times. Now, 7 hearts, it does help with it against 2 lives, but it doesn't help you from needing to die to get magic back, so they can't do that very much today with 2 lives.
Well, having that any key will be quite nice for palace exploration in that regard.
Yes, it will. Hey, magic chart definitely helps. Thunder is now castable.
Yeah, Thunder castable already for levelengine, if nothing else. Could probably gain a few quick levels if you find a decent pack of monsters.
Mm-hmm. This Maze Island layout looks terrible.
Yeah, looks like the river is at the very, very top of the map, so gonna be a handful of 4 squares to go through. Nice 500-point bag there for Tops.
Yeah.
Palace 2 for levelengine, and maybe not.
Yep.
Levelengine is pinned between a couple enemies here. Did queue up the Thunder spell, but not going to cast it just yet, looks like.
Ooh. did pick up a 1-up after I think Stonehenge, so did game over there, but that was close. There's a raft tile in this southern edge of Maze Island.
Yep.
Did I mention this Maze Island map looks absolutely horrible?
It most certainly is. Gonna slow them down quite a bit. Gonna need either a raft or a hammer to get out of Maze Island.
Yep.
And it could be required progression to go that way.
Yeah, this is a pretty rare sentence, but Maze Island, of all things, is segmented. Yeah, the river's on the topmost edge, which is that's not even obvious. That's amazingly bad.
Yes, it really
is. But yeah, this map is dismally bad for the Maze Island. Oh, and gets a game over for Topplife.
Yeah,
2 lives.
The Top's there. Top was trying to fight a monster that looks like it's completely immune to sword attacks on this seed. Fire spell only. Stonehenge.
Yeah, Palace 5 there in Maze Island. Good to know. We'll be back there later, potentially, depending on things, but not really appealing at this point. This palace is just in a dead end on this Maze Island. It's so bad. I don't think I've ever seen a Maze Island this segmented. The other continents tend to be pretty bad, but this Maze Island usually is pretty well connected. This one's not great.
No, it really isn't.
It can be tile-based. There's different biomes with different themes, so a volcanic biome would have a lot of volcano tiles. Maze Island's rendered to be vanilla because it's always some kind of maze. Like, there's certain geographical features that are always there, such as there is a river in this Maze Island. It's just the top edge. So you can't tell. Very well invented. Very well crafted. But that's an understandable update from level. This Maze Island sucks.
Yeah, it does. Be kind of interesting to see what Death Mountain and Eastern Hyrule look like if we can ever find our way there. Topplife is in Vanilla Magic Container Cave, which we know has a magic container.
Yep. Now, we're not entirely sure what the western continent looks like. Looks like we started kind of in the southern part of things. We're not quite sure where exactly.
Is what it's looking like.
Yeah, generally. So it looks like, seems to be probably vanilla-like is what this biome is looking like right now. Either that or mountainous.
That is what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not quite mountainous, and it's definitely not one of the others. Well, it's bad, but I don't think it's a mountainous biome.
So, Level Engine turned around in that cave. There's no enemy, which means it's a pass-through cave. A cave that's going to connect to somewhere else, rather than one that's going to have an item at the end of it.
Yeah, alright, here's another... Oh, there's GP just kind of out in the middle of nowhere particular in the west.
Well, that's actually quite interesting. GP is on the west. This is only a 2-gemmer. So maybe
if
you don't need to go track that raft down. But...
Yeah. They have Thunder, they have Fairy, they might not need anything else in this seed. As I see Mido,
the glove
which has
required like 95% of the time, so
yes, most likely.
Yeah. It all depends on where that glove is.
Yep. Most likely it's required. I'd be surprised if we could beat P2, P5, and GP without the glove, but hey, we've seen weirder things. Here's GP for Topplife, that's low. Downstab for leveled. Upstab could be recorded, but when we haven't seen a way to the east.
Not yet, no.
Yeah, this is a quirky western continent. The northern half is this giant harbor, basically, in the middle of it. Good thing they got boots. Because that would have been a real pain to walk around this giant bay, pretty much.
Yeah. So,
to
right
get
behind
anywhere.
Level Engine, we've got Topplife. Top is going to be picking up the old down stab now. Level Engine is inside a cave, which does have an item at the back.
Yep. They have boots by Ryokar in Zelda 2. The boots let you walk on water. I don't know how that makes sense, but that's what they do.
Nasty positioned red Daira there for Level Engine, but patiently
Ooh,
takes it out. Oh,
glove.
look at that. That's the glove. That's a really big pickup.
Yep, speaking of... Yep, so boots in the setting, depending on your settings, can either be walked on any patch of water or it can only be for bridges, which is like bridges between two distinct areas. And those are fairly irritating, but now we've got regular old one. But yeah, glove right next to Mito.
Yeah, looking like this could be a pretty quick seed here. At this point,
It could.
We know where there's a couple of palaces. We've got the glove, get in, stomp the boss in both of those, and you're ready for GP. I mean, levels aren't great at that point, but you have everything you need, if nothing else.
Yeah, so Raft is currently only connected to the eastern continent. Could be that Raft tile is connecting to Maze Island, and from there you need to get to the east, which would really suck. There might be a connector here in the kind of the northeast-ish part of the west, but unlikely. It's likely that Raft tiles are continental connector out of west in Maze Island, because Maze Island had a second cave near the second continental connector cave near the first continental connector cave. But that one just led to a hammer block, and those are only exist on the west, so we know it cannot be that.
Yep.
Unless somehow or another that spectacle rock, in which case that would be stupid. I'd laugh if that hammer
is... I have to say.
Because it's possible. That could technically be a spectacle rock.
Yeah.
We didn't see enough of that connector to confirm it's not a spectacle rock, at least. And we haven't seen that hammer block either here on the west. It could be spectacle rock, but either way, we are currently not able to get anywhere out of the west in Maze Island right now.
Just a couple 100 points at the back of the Medicine Cave. So that's going to put Level Engine up to 333. And, well, it looks like Tops is a little short. That P-Bag should do it, though. That'll put Tops up to 334. I'm expecting a quick up and A here from Tops as well, yeah.
I think at this point this is going to be Palace 2 for likely Palace 2 for them both, see if they can beat it at this point. There's not much reason not to try it out.
I think so too, and looks like Level Engine is just walking right in there, and Tops is heading in that direction, so it's gonna
it's a 2-gemmer, you've got yourself Glove, Fairy, Thunder, and the Any key. You're almost certainly going to be able to beat this, unless there's somehow a jump block in here, which would be pretty dumb.
You've got Fairy, though, so...
I think there are a couple rooms that you exclusively need jump for, but those are really rare.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to say nowadays with some of the community-created rooms.
I know there's a couple of community rooms that were specifically designed so that you had to get that thing. Oh, we missed this earlier. P3 or 6 was in the middle of nowhere particular, slightly obnoxious shade of green.
It's a little further east from Palace 2. So,
okay.
Ideally, you'd get Palace 3 here, and then you'd do 2-3 really fast, and then head up to GP and hopefully finish things off. Nice fairy stage there from Level Engine, almost getting pushed into the lava.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that on a 2 life seed.
No, definitely not.
You can take damage. You've got 7 heart containers. You just can't fall in the lava because it doesn't matter how much health you have. A lava bath equals a life gone, and you can't do that in this seed.
Precisely. Couple of outdoorsy rooms for Top Life here.
And level continuing here in P2. Yep, these are fun community rooms. I do like the look of these outdoor ones.
Adds a little bit of variety.
I think if you try to walk on lava with your boots, you would just burn the boots. As I see another outside room, this time for level. They're pretty cool.
Interesting room for Top Life here. I think that's one of the vanilla Death Mountain caves repurposed for a palace room. That's what it looked like.
Interesting. I think it is, actually. That's Palace 6 there, if I remember correctly, those windows. neat. But yeah, Palace 6 is gonna be a long dig. Potentially.
Not necessarily, but it will have more rooms than other palaces. It all depends on the layout.
Yeah, I mean, in 4.0, the bosses do tend to be earlier than they used to be, since there can be rooms after the boss.
Yes.
That's not guaranteed.
Well, Level Engine's found an infinitely looping elevator, so that'll be a quick up and A and try some other direction now.
This P2's not being the nicest. We've got pumpkin orange on the left and lime green on the right.
Yeah, colors that maybe clash just a little bit.
Yeah. They're also a little harsh on the eyes. There's Helmet Head. Just need to go left.
Well, there's Helmet Head for Level Engine, so the trick in Palace 2 was just to go left and down the elevator.
And there you are.
If you know where to go.
And that's it. First gem for level here to 15 minutes or so. And there's Barba, speaking of bosses.
And Tops finds Barba here inside P6. This boss fight probably going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah, thankfully Barba was sick, had a couple bars, started with a couple bars down already, so...
Yeah, that helps. And it looks like that attack level 3 is maybe playing a little bit above level 3.
It's definitely making a bigger dent in Barba than it usually does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Barba's normally a really, really slow fight on attack 3. And level's going to P5, which is understandable. It might be faster than P6, which was reasonably quick at least, but we'll see.
Yeah, just have to wait and see how it goes.
Yep.
But pretty quick P6 for Top here. And looks like the statue is going to be enough experience to get up to 445 for Tops.
Yep, they'll both be about 445, maybe another level up above that when they get into GP, which might be sufficient, might not be. So far the seeds have been pretty nice. They haven't had any high damage enemies yet, but that could change.
It certainly could, yes. And I think only Level Engine has seen the entrance to GP so far.
Both of them have.
Oh, okay. I did not recall seeing it on Top's side.
Yeah, no, he checked it out. And Tops is also, okay, dipped into P5 and decides, okay, maybe I don't want to be here. Let's try P2 instead, because P2 is shorter, usually.
Typically, yeah. Well, we know that P2 is quite short as long as you go left.
Yep. The thing is, you need to go left, which even in this version of Randomizer is not the meta.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So we'll see how long it takes Tops to figure out how to get to Helmet Head as level deals with this fun-looking room.
Yeah, well, I think if you're Top Life here, there's no reason for you to go against the meta and go left at the start of the palace.
There really isn't.
So
you don't feel behind
it's be
or
a
ahead.
5 or 6 minute trek, find the dead end, and then head left.
And it's not like you really feel ahead or behind it. You're just neutral, I think, at this point in a reasonably fast seed. Like, there's no way you feel ahead, but you also can't feel behind, really. Because all of them have routed this pretty well, so they're just probably like, okay, we're just playing through the seed.
Yeah.
There's no way to know if your opponent found everything that you did, or if they've been dying a bunch or anything else. It's one of those seeds. It's just, okay.
Well, you started with the Any Key and the Boots and the Thunder Spell. The only things of note that were picked up were the Fairy Spell and the Glove, and neither of those were hard to find. So I think both of our racers would both be assuming that each other do have that Glove and that Fairy Spell, and are probably hunting palaces, trying to get this thing over quick. So
I mean, yeah, you definitely hunt palaces.
For Level Engine here.
Nice and quick.
Attack Guma, not particularly fun. You see how hard he can hit there.
Yep, already took one death, has 2 lives left. And yeah, this is being a far tougher than that.
Just the one life left. We only started with 2 overall, Star.
No, he picked up a 1-up someplace.
Oh, okay. Well, that's handy at the very least.
Yeah, so he has a
for level engine and still no damage to Gooma's life bar. Rolled high on max HP, which is never fun.
Really, really high. Barbo was nice and squishy. This Goom was being really tough.
Yeah.
There we go. 1 bar's down. And also, Level is being very cautious, so hasn't always managed to get a hit in every time. There we go.
Yeah, it's hard to be aggressive on this boss whenever you're at low health and you know that a single hit will take you out.
Yeah, and I get Level being cautious here. You don't want to have to hike back through the palace for this.
No, absolutely not. It wasn't that long of a walk, but in a short seed like this, having to redo a palace is a huge disadvantage.
Yeah. And honestly, I think P6 was longer to get to Barba, but this Goom was mostly negating that, so I think it's about a net 0 between those 2 palaces as far as time spent.
Basically, yeah. One of them was a little longer, but well, you can hit Barba 6 or 7 times a cycle pretty comfortably. Gooma, not so much.
Yep. But Level is getting there very cleanly.
Yeah.
Watch him take a hit as I say that.
Just found the infinite elevator.
Yep.
And took a moment to realize that it was a loop and it's going to be a restart for Top. I'm pretty sure there was only so many ways that you could go, so it'll be an instant left for Top here, is what my thought is. He's at least thinking about what he's doing here. And yeah, it's going left.
Yep. Alright.
Second gem is placed for Level Engine here in Palace Numero 5. And we know that Helmet Head is just down that elevator.
Yep.
So Tops is going to be placing his second gem probably no more than 20 seconds behind Level Engine.
Yep, and then they're both going to
probably be having a look at GP right around the same time, I would say.
Yep, I think they're both going to up A because P2 is not particularly close to GP.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So yeah, up A for them both. Level, where are you going? Might be resetting encounters, I guess, come to think of it. Yeah, they'll both be heading over. Level, probably gonna be about 30 seconds to a minute ahead of Top Life getting into GP here. And they have all the same items, they have all the same levels, they have all the same health, so it's gonna be very close.
Yeah. So
yeah, 21-28
for Level Engine. So 21.5 minutes, as you said, Star. And Top won't be too far behind here. So Level's dead even between the two of them. So this is going to be a pretty interesting finish here. There is still the possibility that we do need an upstab at some point to get through a room. So it is by no means guaranteed that they'll both be able to get through GP, but it is looking pretty good in terms of requirements. The lower life level and the only having 2 extra lives, though, might make this a little on the tricky side to get through. We've seen a couple of nasty combinations of enemies thus far. And Level Engine is heading to the right side, as well as Top. And there's an elevator leading in multiple directions, so lots of different ways to explore the palace right now, Star.
Yeah, it's going to very much depend on the routing here, quite likely, with how even they are on everything else. That's an upstab block for Level.
Yep.
That's an immediate turnaround.
If that's the way to go, this seed is not going to be over as fast as we think.
As Top Life just got looped back to the start.
Yeah, well, that takes a couple potential ways to go out of circulation.
Yep. Also, Top Life entered at 21:52 on the curtain, so they are 24 seconds apart going into GP, which is basically 0.
Basically, yeah. It's pretty close.
That's a dead end for Level.
That most certainly is.
Okay.
The ways we're able to go are starting to dwindle a bit here, Star. I think we might have to go search the world for
the hammer.
Upstab.
Yeah, for hammer or raft, because we can't even get to another continent right now.
Yup.
I'm not quite sure how thoroughly we explore the northeastern part of the West, but other than that, it's hammer or raft! Good gracious, there's another upstab block! Yikes! I think there's only like 1 or 2 paths left besides those 2 upstab blocks. Because we've seen a loop and we've seen at least 2 dead ends.
Yeah.
Excellent!
Well, the room Tops just had a look at down below, I think is a waffle room. I don't think we've seen either racer go through that path.
No, we have not seen a waffle
every
yet.
other path either loops or leads to an upstab block. So,
let's see if this is the right route for top. Yeah, because we are really starting to... Because there's 2 upstab blocks is the biggest thing.
And we've got another elevator room beyond that for top.
And they don't even have jump, so they jump. There's the dead end for top. Jump is in the east.
So that's another loop. That's another loop, Star. I think.
Yeah.
I think upstab is required for this GP.
I think so. Between the 2 runners, I think we've seen dead ends, loops, and upstab blocks. Hi, downstab block. Ooh, that might be one of the 2 upstab blocks we saw earlier.
It might be another loop. Yeah. We'll find out
one of the 2
momentarily
upstab blocks we saw was from the right.
Elevator.
Yeah, one of the 2 upstab blocks we saw was coming from the left. The other was coming from the right.
You know what?
But I think that was
a loop. They were doing a high five in the same room, and level engine is leaving. Upstab is required to get.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that was a loop. That right side upstab block was a loop. So the left side upstab block is the way to go, apparently.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, game.
Well.
We need upstab, everyone.
Tops hasn't seen the other upstab block yet, so a bit of an advantage for level engine here. But still, we've got an entire 2 world maps we haven't seen yet. We know the upstab is on Eastern Hyrule. It's a race to see who can find Eastern Hyrule first, and then the town with upstab, because it's needed.
Yep.
This seed
Top has seen both upstab sections.
Quickly.
Oh, there's the... Okay, so that was not, in fact, Spectacle Rock behind the... That was the Hammer Block Cave. That was indeed, actually, that was, in fact, the west. So we can confirm that that second Maze Island Cave is, in fact, looping back to the west. I wasn't actually sure because we hadn't seen it yet. That confirms it wasn't Spectacle Rock. Good to note. So where's that raft?
The thing. We've got Maze Island looping to Western Hyrule. And the only way off Maze Island is a raft tile. I think there's only one other way out of Western Hyrule to get to one of the other maps that we haven't seen. And depending on what happens there, we might need some more items. We might see some palaces being revisited looking for a raft or maybe even a flute at this point.
Yeah, because we don't know what the east looks like at all. And Top's out of GP, having realized that he's getting loops.
Yeah, so we've gone from what looks like another jetty, maybe sub-half-hour seed to, well...
Good luck.
It's back out into the wild beyond, trying to find a single sword technique that is required to finish up.
Yep, thanks, game! And, my ability to commentators curse terrible seeds continues. I've been commentating terrible seeds galore this week for ALTTPR. I did an OTR seed last night that was equally terrible for comms. And now I'm here.
Well, I don't know about terrible seed, but it is a huge troll job, that's for sure.
Oh god, it's trolling. I don't know, Schultzer, why do I keep commentating backstage? For those who were around for ALTTPR, the average time across 4 seeds was a 148. That's not good. It's about the Z2R equivalent of having an average of like a 140 on a standard seed.
Yeah.
3 of them were Aka seeds, the 4th just sucked. And none of them sub 140.
Yeah, so Level Engine seems to have given up on there being another way out of Western Hyrule and is going to go through Maze Island. Level Engine's going to see that raft tile and go absolutely bananas, is my assumption. I think
there's another hammer-blocked cave in sight for
the only other way out of
Topplife.
Western Hyrule is hammer-blocked. So we need a hammer or a raft to get anywhere. So
Yeah, we might need
it's
both.
time to revisit some Dungeon Star.
I think so. This race could come down to who digs the right dungeon first. There's the other item in Maze Island, which is the cross. Good to know.
Not what we need at all.
I think I've seen just about every item in the Western Overworld, so it's Palace dig time.
I think the only cave we haven't seen for an item is Trophy Cave in West Hyrule. We've seen all
might be
the other item
hammer-blocked.
spots.
It might be the other hammer-blocked cave, actually.
The other hammer block cave could just as easily be the way to Death Mountain or East Hyrule, though.
It could. Yeah. Level not digging a palace yet, as I realize I should actually start a prediction for 2 minutes as to who will win. I'm gonna do a quick one since we don't know since this could be over in, 5 minutes for all we know. Probably not, but who knows.
Yeah, really, really hard to say now.
It is, because it's so much of a toss-up.
Yeah,
Yeah, something I've mentioned
had that 24-second advantage going into Great Palace, but now both know that they're missing a required sword technique, and God only knows where that is. So...
Yeah, and that is not a deceptive-looking bridge, because sometimes the raft tile and the bridge tile look exactly the same.
Yeah, they can be, so it was worth a
Good
try at least, but it looks
Good
like
thinking
a
on
raft tile.
Top's part. Yeah, no, that is just good luck. So, Palace 2, Palace 5, Palace 6. Which one of these has a progression?
That's the question. Top's just picking up his cross as well.
And Level's not dipping any palace yet. I think he's still looking for Trophy Cave, which might be hammer blocked. We haven't seen it yet, at least.
Yeah, it's the only other unknown remaining on the west.
Yep. And thank you for the secondary pom-poms, lol, zeroing. Yeah, Level's just clearing out every cave he can find before going into palaces, which makes sense. If Trophy Cave's just out here and it's got the item, then you save yourself time by doing a 3-way toss-up for, Yeah, no, we saw it earlier, 2-0ing, and there it is on the right on the screen for Topplife, but again, it's hammer-locked. But that could be Trophy Cave. There's a good chance it's Trophy Cave. I'm not sure how many cave entrances we have left in the west, I'm not keeping track. And Level's going back to GP. Confusion. As Topplife is going into P2 for that item, which makes sense. P2 is the shortest out of Palaces 2, 5, and 6, generally. And Topplife has...
and we know that there's
Topplife beat it already.
Dead end to the right in P2, so there's only so many rooms left for Topplife to explore. This, I like this play.
It is. It's the shortest of the 3, and he's already seen a pretty good chunk of it, so this is a good idea.
Yeah, and it's just right there. It's just to the left. Go left twice, and there it is.
Yep. Neat.
Magic jar, though, is... container, though, so it's not going to be that easy for Topplife to break out of our Western Hyrule Maze Island cage that we are in right now.
Yeah, and I think the Level's trying to confirm if it's upstab locked, but I'm pretty dang sure that we are definitely upstab locked out of this GP.
Between the two racers, we have confirmed that, I would say, yes. So maybe this is just a hopeful play on Level Engine's part?
I think so.
Did I miss a path through GP? Should I keep going?
You did. That's the unfortunate answer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Level, there isn't another way through GP. You have to get upstab. We saw 2 upstab blocks even, and one of them was a loop, even funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, Clem, but in this case, though, there's no... We've seen... They've been very, very thorough with this GP. There's no saving them from upstab.
Yeah, just wishful thinking on Level Engine's part, just thinking like, maybe Great Palace just changed its layout for me. That would be so nice. Sadly, it doesn't work that way.
No, unfortunately, as Toplife's in P6, which could be it. P5 lost. And level's heading for P2, so
P2.
Yeah, so level wandering around the map and revisiting GP. Yeah. Level Engine wandering around the map a bit and then revisiting GP means that he is now behind Toplife and looking for this, unfortunately. Well, Mira, it is possible to glitch past using jump, but again, they don't have jump! Is the problem. They don't have jump and they don't have upstab. They can't do either the intended way or the unintended way to get past that upstab block.
Yes, exactly.
They're just stuck.
Yeah, Eastern Hyrule definitely required. So here's going to be Magic Container number 2, 6 overall for Level Engine. And it'll be a quick up and A, and, well, we'll see which palace Level Engine decides to check for either the raft or the hammer.
This looks like P6. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, this is P6.
Yeah, top is in P6. But remember, Level Engine defeated Guma in P5, and so knows the layout a little better. I wonder if maybe that's the way to go here. Here's Trophy Cave, finally. Oh, huh, we somehow missed this earlier. Not sure how, but hey, that's another magic jar. Yeah, yep. Yep, it's a magic container, so hammer or raft definitely required. Yep.
No way around it, as top up A's in P6. Because currently it's a 50-50 between P6 and P5. We've seen every other check that we can do. Bar 0. We've seen every other check we can do.
And here's an interesting suggestion from chat. What if East is vanilla? Then you might need the flute as well.
That would suck. Yeah, that would suck if that happens. Alright, P6 also for level. Makes sense since you're on this continent anyway.
Yeah.
If it's not here, then you go to P5 and then head for the raft tile from there, assuming it's the raft tile. Or just head for the cave connector, either way. P5 you go, because your connector is from Maze Island, which is where P5 is, so you leave P5 to last, which makes sense. I mean, it's a non-zero chance that both palaces 6 and 5 have an item.
Yeah, we haven't seen either or yet.
Nope. And level does have a bit of an advantage here. Is behind Toplife, but is a little bit catching up since level has already been in here, so there is a little bit of getting a bit of time back on Toplife. We'll see who gets out of here first.
Wrong palace. It's actually top that went through P6.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm a scatterbrain. Gee, thank you. P5 is the one I'm thinking of. That's a dead end for top, by the way. That's just a key or something.
Yeah, I think you might have to go on the path to Barba. I think it might be past the boss room, is what it's starting to look like here.
I think so. I think they're high-fiving here.
Yeah, high-five in the elevator.
Yep, they're in the same room.
Yeah, and Level Engine hot on the heels of Toplife here and search for whichever item is inside Palace 6.
Yeah,
if it's not the raft or the hammer, we're going to see more of Palace 5 as well.
Yep, I mean, this is the path to Barba, if I remember correctly. They're Mecha, and level has Attack 4. We'll see if that makes any bigger dent in Barba than Attack 3 did, so it wasn't terrible in Attack 3 anyway.
No, Attack 3 definitely playing a little above its usual level of power, but that just means that Attack 4 might have been an empty level.
Yeah, we'll see if it actually makes a difference. little bit of divergence here. Level seeing that room and turning around. Back to Barba. Yep, that's what I thought.
Yep, and
So-
just gonna keep on going through.
Yep. See, Level's gonna beat up Barba here, since there's not like there's any other choice. You don't want to beat up Barba when you don't need the gem, but, well, what else are you doing with your time anyway in this scene?
Oh, look at this nasty room
Oh
for
my
top life.
god, low! That's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Slow and steady will win that race, though.
Yep.
So we've got a Barba boss fight here for Level Engine. And,
Okay.
yeah, looks like Attack 4 is a dead level, doing the same amount of damage per hit that Top Life was doing previously.
I think it may be saving him like 1 hit per bar, which does add up. But yeah, not much. Oh, that's a dead end there, so heading up.
Nah,
And left.
it took both of them 4 attacks per bar to bring it down.
Oh, there we go. And the item is a flute.
It's the
Time for
flute. That
P5.
is not what we need. It's off to Palace 5.
Excellent. Fantastic. Also, Top Life, what are you doing in here?
Top
have the
Life
item.
close to a level, so probably
I
just trying
guess,
to get
although
that.
he was, well, close. He was 500 points from it. I'm not sure why he wanted 500 points. There we go,
Well,
yeah. I was like,
basically wishful thinking that you could get it from the 3 large enemies in the room.
yeah, pretty much. I was like, Top
maybe
Life.
the P-bag drop, you'd have got it there. That was probably the hope.
Yeah, but no such luck. There was no getting 500 points for Top.
Yeah, so Level Engine not too far behind is in the room with the flute. So
Yeah, and keep it-
Level Engine will be behind Top going into P5, but that's where Level Engine at least has a bit of advantage, assuming that they can remember the layout that they've already explored.
Hopefully they can. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Top
Hugo
is going
was-
in completely blind here.
Hugo
But we
was fairly
know that
decent, at least.
P5 is going to have our progression item, be it the hammer or the raft.
It's one or the other, because they've seen everything else.
And again, for Level Engine, forced combat tiles on Maze Island because a
This
river
Maze
is more
Island.
like a coastline.
I know. It's the dumbest of it. It's a really silly Maze Island layout. It's also just bad. River aside, it's just really, it's like a straight, it's only one path through the whole place. And then the raft tiles is kind of on its own section down at the way bottom. It's not a good layout for this Maze Island.
Nope. So the world map being the biggest troll in this seed so far.
Yeah, the scene itself's been fine, other than GP being a little lousy, but even GP wouldn't be as bad if we could find the East. They just can't find the East. They've tried, trust us, they have tried to find the East. It's not working. It could well be Hammer for Death Mountain, yes, we don't know. A raft tile, like this will open up a continental connector. Which one? We don't know. To where? We don't know.
Yeah, if it's the one that goes to Death Mountain, well, might have to explore a little bit of a maze there to find the other way to Death Mountain to get to the east.
Yeah, and at that point it's a Death Mountain roulette. Or who gets out of Death Mountain first.
Yeah.
Death Mountain
Well,
roulette's always fun.
Gonna be a Goomba fight here for top life.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, Death Mountain roulette is always amusing to sort through because good luck figuring out
Yeah.
hammer caves. Ooh, that's a death.
Goomba spanks the Yoshi butt good.
Yeah. We'll see if Attack 4 is any better on this Goomba.
It
Probably
won't be.
not.
It won't be.
Yeah.
It's playing the same amount of damage per hit as was Attack 3. So
Alright,
it's
yeah.
vanilla Attack 4, 6 damage a hit.
Yep, so... Tops, you're gonna get to be here for a bit. Dead end for leveled. This P5 is not nice.
Not particularly. Well, P5 rarely is. It is the palace outside of GP that has the most rooms possible. Like 32 unique rooms in P5, if I recall correctly.
Something like that. Alright, yep, upstab is needed. There is no avoiding that. Nice save for level. Really nice save.
Yeah, that's a couple of clutch fairy saves for levelengine so far tonight. This afternoon, rather.
Yeah, we can definitely see how level got here, as same with Topplife. You don't get to find losers finals of Max Rando without being pretty good at the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is a little more luck involved than your typical seed in Max Rando, but you look at who our final four are, and I think they're pretty much the usual suspects.
Well, Toplife's new to Z2R. I think this is his first tourney with Z2R, but it's pretty well. But I remember him and from the Link to the Past randomizer community, where if I remember correctly, he's also pretty good.
Yeah, well, randomizers kind of have a skill set, even though the games can be quite different. It's all about being able to adapt and route your progress on the fly.
Yeah, level's just going all over the place. I can't even tell if he's looping. It's this P5 is missing with my sense of direction so much.
Yeah, so Topplife in a community-generated room. Probably a very trolly one, because it looks like a dead end that you see in vanilla, but you can actually keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a dead end, but no, it actually continues.
Yeah.
Level's somewhere else in the palace. I don't know where, but he is in somewhere in the palace.
Yeah. And Topplife gets to continue going here. Luckily, the boss dropping a 1-up on this seed, otherwise that would have been back to the start for Topplife.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's just a dead end after Guma, which is why.
Oh, there's the raft! There's the raft! This is a sort of terrible item room, and levels at no health. Okay.
Well, it's Raft o'clock for levelengine, so we can comfortably say who's in the lead now.
Yeah, 45-42 was the raft for level. Yeah. We actually need to track that now.
Yeah. I'm surprised levelengine isn't just walking around the
Might not realize you can go, because sometimes the boundaries of the map doesn't let you go around.
Yeah, but I think we saw Topplife do it earlier, though.
No, yeah, Topplife knows how to do so. And Topplife knows you can go off the edge of the map for that. I don't know if Level tried it.
Yeah.
Because it's not always intuitive, it's not always obvious where the borders of the map are. And oftentimes you can't actually walk outside, but today you can.
So Topplife hasn't taken that up an A yet, wanting to get this next level up here. So it'll be a 4-5-6 for Topplife versus levelengine's 4-6-6 in terms of levels.
Yeah, that's not bad. That to Raft was insanely deep in P5. Level was wandering around for quite a while.
Yeah, and look at that.
Hi! Vanilla shuffled east. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's not a great sign. Good thing they got the flute. Because I think they need it.
It's looking quite likely.
I also need to get out my vanilla Z2 map because I need to remember how the heck does one navigate a vanilla shuffled east.
They could still require the hammer, though.
They could.
Upstab Town could be what's hidden underneath the hammerable forest tile. And wouldn't
absolutely.
That be a riot?
That would be great. And if it's a hammer hunt, oh boy. He can't, they're real. They both deposited 2 gems. They can't place any more because they don't have any more to place. His level also didn't place the gem in P6, so he did beat up Barba. Yep. You kinda had to beat up Barba in P6 to get your flute. And in the meantime, though, just wander around the east for level, wander around P5 for top. Uh,
So we did see this room that Topplife is in when
Yep.
Level Engine picked up the raft, so Topplife is on the correct path at least.
there is that. There's another bridge or raft tile or something in Valley of Death here for level.
I think it's just going to be a words are failing me here. One of those bridges that you'd go over.
That's what I was thinking, but sometimes the game can be hilarious. Yeah, that's most likely abridged. But yeah, we have gotten past the point of the game where we spent more time after we've spent more time trying to find upstab than we have trying to beat 2 gems.
Oof, Topplife taking a lava bath there, down to the last life.
Yikes!
That raft is so close, but you really don't want to see Top take a game over here. That would be a huge, huge advantage for Level
Oh my god,
Engine.
it would.
So why?
Hey, I see a.
Now,
there's old Kasuda on the vanilla raft tile location.
Yeah. Well, it's Jump Town at least. So
Yeah.
if you know how to swing at the top of your jump with the sword, you can get through the upstab block without upstab.
Yeah, I think level is going to go see if the Runia is accessible first, because it's still a pain to do the glitch. But if the Runia is somewhere horrendous, level does know the glitch, so level just might try it if the Runia is not accessible quickly. Because it might be worth doing that rather than trying to figure out wherever the heck the Runia ended up, because it could be terrible.
It could be underneath that hammer tile. That would be hilarious.
There's Nibiru, which is Spell Town. You don't need Spell at this point, so that's out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so where's this Runia is the question.
A valid question it is.
Yeah. As we're still trying to find it.
Yeah, Level Engine's going to be checking in the middle of the ocean here.
Well, or maybe you do. Well, it could be Hammer and Spell Tower, true. But I honestly can't blame Level for not wanting to bother spending the 10 or 15, like 20 seconds it takes you to get the spell out of Nibiru. It's not especially fast.
Yeah.
There's Ninkasudo, which is Shield. I think that was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Shield Town.
Yeah, which means that Reflect has found itself into Nibiru. Quite possible, Lost. I mean, at this point, we're still looking for the Runia, as Top finally sees his raft. Gonna pick it up about 6 minutes behind level Top? Oh, resetting the Crumble Bridge, I suppose, which makes sense.
Well, on the last life, you really, really don't want to take a fall here.
Yep. There's P4, okay, in a slightly silly-looking spot.
Yeah. Okay, there's Darunia. It's not underneath the hammer tile, though Level Engine did see every overworld spot.
Yeah, that took a bit. That's not actually that far from vanilla Darunia.
Yeah, so big advantage here for Level Engine now, picking up upstab at about 52 minutes, so it'll be back to GP for Level Engine here. We know where Darunia is, Top does not, and starts on the wrong side of the continent here, so it's all up to how Top elects to explore.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Top Life about 5 minutes behind tracking down that raft, and that might be 5 minutes too many, unfortunately, at this point.
Yeah, that's a tough deficit to overcome in a GP, especially against a player as skilled as Level Engine.
Because they've both explored a lot of GP, and there's not that many different routes they can take, I don't think, at this point.
Yeah. Well, Level Engine back into GP, have to go through that upstab blocked room. Thunderbird required is definitely on the table now.
Yeah, okay, it was a 51:34. I just double-checked the VOD raft for, for Top. So yeah, just under, about 6 minutes actually for behind on that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, now here's the other thing. Do you remembering which upstab is the loop and which one's the correct one? Well, it does help that the loop one is coming from is where you come in from the left. The one that doesn't loop is where you come in from the right. Now, does Level remember how to get back there after half an hour is another story.
I think it was just up the elevator in this room here.
I think so, yeah. Gonna get a quick heal, makes sense. Well, there's a candle in Yuka for what that's worth.
Next to nothing at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's basically dead, because we know on our end that we no longer need it. I don't know why Top's getting shield, but Top's getting shield!
Well, the life spell is kind of... Level Engine has to reset the room, casting Fairy a little prematurely there.
Whoopsies, didn't quite break enough blocks. There we go. Whoop, jump scared.
Yeah, I think picking up shield is a defensible play here because the life spell is not good, but it's time that Top doesn't have, really.
No, and there's Dark Link.
Oh, and it's over. There's Dark Link. No Thunderbird required, just had to go pick up that upstab.
Yep.
So a very, very quick Great Palace after all, just the hunt for upstab taking up more than half of this entire race.
I think, well, the hunt for Raft took up more than half this race by itself.
So that's going to do it. Level Engine is going to be the victor here in the Losers Bracket Final. It'll be Level Engine versus RCS for the Max Rando crown. To be announced on when that is going to happen. But you can bet your butt that it'll be here on the ZeldaSpeedRuns network, so just keep an eye out for when that is being scheduled.
Yep, so, and that is a dot quit from Top, understandably. We're going to switch to the interview scene and get them in for an interview.
Yeah, good race, and as a viewer commentator, I always love these trolley seeds. Lots of fun.
Yep. Aaron in chat, if I make my bet and lose, do I get another bet? I don't really want more.
But you can never have enough butts. Think of all the chairs you could sit on at once.
Alright, predictions resolved, so GG's to all who bet unleveled. It was actually a really close prediction, so nice and close split. And I see them both in the interview. Reading room, let's get them in. Hello, GG's.
What did I miss on top left side, I wonder? I was hoping this was going to be nice and straightforward.
Yeah.
3 palaces for Raft, and how many palaces did Top Life die for Raft as well?
You both last locationed Raft.
Yep.
Yeah, and I picked a very bad way in Palace 5, and
So you did
dig
2 and 6 before as well?
Yeah, re-go 6 again, which I didn't want to go through the bus room again, so... I know, of course, I had to go through Palace 2 again, because it's aggressive. Yeah, Palace 5 really took me for a spin there. There was so many ways.
Oh my god, that was a maze.
Yeah, Palace 5.
Every path I took, it was like branching into 4 new ways. It was just...
I assume that was actually 100% mandatory to go east to get up step to do Great Palace.
Yeah, because you didn't have jump, so...
Yeah, jump was in the east too.
Yeah.
Yep.
For anyone wanting to try and do what Trails did in like a few Great Palaces. I think it was like one time in a race against RCS. He got through an upstab block without the upstab, but had Fairy and Jump. And needing both to actually pull off the setup. Jump also being in the east. So even if you want to try that, you still have to go east anyways.
Yeah, it was one of the trolliest overworlds I've ever seen, and as a commentator viewer, it was pretty fun. As a racer, I imagine far less so.
And it was just like
It's been worse.
everywhere I went, it was like, oh, this is hammer block, but I did assume that the hammer block I saw on Maze Island just took me back to the west, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't. I thought it probably led back to the west, but there was a possibility that you were staring at Spectacle Rock there. Yeah, that Maze Island was a terrible layout. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, and I missed that I had boots the first time, so I wasted quite a lot of time not using the boots.
Oh yeah, level. You can in fact on that Maze Island go out of the kind of go to the right of the island and just avoid the whole thing to get to the raft tile.
Let's see what I missed. Okay, I'm still on the left side, so I want to see what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, you don't have to go through all the encounters and the everything. You just go around the outside and just walk past.
I did once, and then I did again. This time, like second time, using ferry to just skip a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quote-unquote river through Maze Island was basically a coastline all the way around it.
Yeah. Somehow.
Oh wow, I missed that.
Yeah, that's
And,
not intuitive.
I do have to say, Level Engine.
I'm completely
Before you finally found Darunia in the northwest portion of East Hyrule, I have to say in the commentator booth we were both secretly hoping that it was underneath the tree, and therefore was going to require a hammer to pick up.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. I wonder if the flute was ever required.
I got it, I didn't use it.
I just immediately went through the River Devil. I found 3 towns there, but I didn't find the correct one.
Mhm.
I found the other 3 towns first, also.
Yep.
So how did the Great Palace look after the upstab luck?
Well, interestingly enough, once you got past Upstab, Dark Link was just a couple rooms away, no Thunderbird required, so
Yep.
at that point the game was like, well, I've wasted enough of your time, I guess you can finish things off now.
Yeah.
So probably within 10 minutes.
Yeah, we were actually still both side by side in Palace 5.
You were close in P6 actually. You guys were really like you were rooms apart in P6, and then Top Life got lost in P5, and you'd already been in there, and that made the difference.
Yeah, did it kill Guma?
In the first 2 palaces I saw, I mean, I know where it is. I might be able to take Guma on with Attack 3. And I do have a lot of heart containers. I guess I'll go for it, and just get the gems placed as soon as possible.
Yeah, it was a good play, even though the Guma fight was a little on the tense side. I mean, Attack 3 was playing as Attack 4 in this seed, so that helped out a bit, but then once you got Attack 4, that was, well, it wasn't really a level up. It was the same damage.
Yeah.
Oh, you placed the gem in 5? Or...
Yeah, right. Yeah, Level did Palaces 2 and 5 as their first 2 gems,
Right.
and Top was 2 and 6.
More P5 that set me and him apart.
Yeah, it definitely helped that you'd already been in P5, because you guys were neck and neck in 6.
yeah, 6 was a bit annoying though, because you had to go through the boss. So having to go back there.
Wait a minute, did he pick up the raft?
Yes. You guys were about 6 minutes apart getting to the raft.
Okay, he is going back for it, I hope.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh, you're rewatching Top Spot, yeah.
Yeah,
Top goes
good.
back.
Going back for it.
So, Level Engine, congratulations on your victory here. You get to face RCS in the final. Any thoughts on how you're going to maybe take RCS down and win the crown?
I don't know, just whatever I get, I get. Whatever I end up getting, I have to adapt to as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you guys faced off in winners finals, and RCS took that win, so chance for revenge here.
And Top Life, bad luck today. Unfortunately, you are finished in the tournament, but you are our bronze medal winner. So congratulations on 3rd place. And
jeez.
I think you should be proud of your performance in what I heard was your first tourney.
Oh yeah.
First D2R, yeah.
Like, I was just joining, hoping that I could get good enough to win one match.
Well, you won a lot.
I just started winning and just, okay, what's going on?
You want to win one match and you got 3rd place. Whatever you're doing, keep it up.
It's working. Yeah, no, GG's to you both, seriously. Well played.
Start with Level Engine here, I suppose. Any final thoughts on today's race?
I didn't know how that was gonna go. I mean, I made some less than stellar plays myself. I went back into the Great Palace a second time, even though I wasn't 100% certain the upstab was required. I might have been like maybe 60 or 70% certain. I was trying to account for the possibility maybe there was something I missed, which wasn't the case, so I just went back to Great Palace, spent a minute or two there, maybe closer to 3 or 5, getting nothing done.
Well, I can understand the wishful thinking whenever you know that you need either the hammer or the raft, which is in one of the palaces, to access the rest of the overworld.
Yeah, the upstab wasn't necessary, though. Then this would have possibly been over up to 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, you guys spent more than half the seed looking for upstab.
Yeah, it was fairly amusing.
Yeah, this seed just begged for being aggressive, and then once you start having to go out of Great Palace, then the time really starts to go fast.
And
it's like that in all practice seeds too. If you have to go out of Great Palace, it just takes so much more time.
Any final thoughts on the race or the tournament in general there, Top Life?
I'm sort of glad that I'm over. Like, it's been a really fun tournament, but I was kind of just having this as a waiting before the Link to the Past
tournament. Close. I'm looking at the match on Top Life. Yeah, you were definitely close.
I was just having this more as have something to do while I'm waiting for a Link to the Past tournament.
I think a minute or two would have found Daruni and then the upstab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Top Life. Well, that started earlier this week, so not just last couple of days.
I've been so busy lately because I didn't get knocked out of this tournament, but it's been fun. I guess I'll stop playing Max Randomizer and see what Standard is about, or maybe see it at the week now. So.
Yeah, well, we look forward to seeing around some more. Good luck in your ALTTPR races as well.
Yeah, thank you.
And looks like level is gone, so I think that's about it for us. Any final thoughts, Jack?
Well, you asked, so I shall deliver. Let's go, Bruins!
Thank you. So, looking ahead at the CSR schedule, that is, we currently have nothing going on. It's actually a pretty quiet weekend for a change of things. Coming up in a couple of hours, in about 2 hours, 5:10 Eastern, on ZSR2, we have Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup 2021 Group AH Game On between Kaizen and Dr. Bob-tastic. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard NA Weekly on ZSR MAME. 7 p.m. we have the Twilight Princess NA % Tournament. Wolf Dash Raid Losers Bracket on 4 between L and Swiftike on ZSR2. At 10 p.m. Eastern, we have the Zelda 2 Randomizer Weekly Race. That'll be on ZSR Main here. Tomorrow we have the OTR EU Weekly. We have another ALTD PRCC match. Group AL between Uday Monistic and Talon 116. We have the Minish Cap Randomizer Weekly Race, the Wintercure Randomizer Bi-Weekly Fun Race. And that'll be it for us for this weekend at the moment. So there will sure be more matches to be added to the schedule. So the ALTC PRCC is in full swing. But keep an eye on the schedule and give us all a follow here at ZeldaSpeedRuns, ZeldaSpeedRuns2, ZeldaSpeedRuns_3, and ZeldaSpeedRuns_4, as well as shoutouts to both of our runners today, levelengine and topplife, to my co-commentator Jackmas, who hopped in last minute to save me from solo comms. Thank you so much. And to our tracker, Ralph Cheese, who, as usual, working behind the scenes to make sure that we know what the runners have and keeping us on our toes, as well as just thank you to everyone in chat for racing. Or watching, sorry. Great. But that will be it for us today. Let's go and see how Trails is doing. Trails, one of the former Max Rando champion who got knocked out last round by topplife, is currently doing some Zelda 2 Rando of his own. Let's see how he's holding up with that. Yeah, looks like Zelda 2 Winter Solstice edition, actually, of the Randos. Let's see how he's doing with that, and we'll see everyone around for the weekly tonight and for grand finals whenever those are scheduled. So thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good evening.